Okay, this is it. This is where it begins. This is where the flesh grows.
But where does it end?
It doesn't. It keeps going.
So we're stuck.
Speaking of flesh that gets overstocked often, I beat Grow Home about 5 days ago. Are you familiar with this one? Okay. It was a fun little PS Plus freebie game, probably like a $10 game. And I downloaded it a year and a half ago, yeah. And watched Juanita play it for a little bit. And I was like, this seems pretty cool, but just never really tried it. One day I was going through my games, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play this and see what happens. Give it a shot. Give it a go. And one of those games that's simple, not very long, and the perfect amount of like, I'm having fun, so I will keep playing, even though I don't really know what's going on, and I just got hooked. And this might be like the first PlayStation game I've 100%ed. Yep. Worked for all the trophies, was like, you know what, let's just do this, let's just see what happens, let's earn this. And it was fun. And then
would you do it again?
Yeah, actually I would. I really enjoyed just playing it. It was just a really fun game to play. Very cute, weird controls, used a lot of physics-based momentum to move around. It was very endearing and silly and fun, and just, it wasn't a big time investment. I really enjoyed that. It's a game you could probably beat in an afternoon very easily.
So are you excited for the sequel then?
Or did they announce a sequel?
I don't know if it's a direct sequel.
Successor?
It's definitely like an inspired.
Okay, well, I'm excited then. Yeah.
Grow Up. It is a sequel. It is.
Cool. And yes, I'll play that. I'll absolutely play it. But beating that, I was like, oh, well, there's no platinum trophy, which is kind of a bummer because I got 100%, and I thought this will be my first platinum. This will be exciting. Didn't happen. So then I was like, what other games do I have? Because I kind of like, I need to commit to this at some point. So I was like, oh, I downloaded Day of the Tentacle Remastered. All right, let's do this. And, I played the game plenty of times before. Not super difficult. Went and beat the game straight through pretty easily and saw that I was missing, like, 15 trophies. I was like, that's kind of interesting. Like, I beat everything. Like, what else could I have done? And there's a lot of Easter eggs in the game I actually didn't know about. And I had to do some research because one of them was, like, ring the front desk bell 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do that, like, some guy yells. There's an achievement. Or, like, trying certain item combinations that, like, I just never thought of, mixing like a can of red paint with whiteout. And there's responses, there's reactions to these kinds of things. And I thought, okay, let's check these out. And so I went and had to do a bunch of stuff. One of the achievements was beat the whole game. As soon as you get into Green Tentacle's room, you push his speaker onto the floor. And you turn on his radio as loud as you can. And you have to beat the whole game basically with that happening until you get to yesterday. So every time you're in the present, you're just hearing like that song blaring through the house. I was like, that's kind of silly, but that's what makes it fun. So finally did all those and got my first actual platinum trophy on PlayStation ever.
Nice.
Yeah. So I played a handful of games this week and it was fun.
That's good. That's good.
What about you? What did you do?
I went on the Pie Pod and I chose 3 pies.
That's perfect. Which pies?
I don't know. I didn't get to pick. Mark Summers just spun it out.
That's not fair if you don't get to say in which pies you get.
Yeah.
Just a little bit too low.
Do you think that like kids ever had food allergies on Nickelodeon? And like back then, you wouldn't disclose that information. Like it wasn't a thing that you told people.
Yeah, like I'm not allowed to touch the booger material, whatever it was, like cheese or whatever. And then kids just got like anaphylactic shock.
Really, really, really bad hives.
Maybe. Yeah, it had to have it at some point. I can't imagine statistically like somebody not having an adverse reaction to Mark Summers' skin, which is made out of lots of different things.
Mostly GAC.
That's true. So when they released Nickelodeon GAC, did they just like shave off bits of his hand into like a jar?
Yeah, they harvested him.
And then so you can only harvest so much GAC per season because otherwise he has no skin.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Mark Summers. That makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark.
Oh, Mark.
But still streaming, still going strong. What have you been streaming these days?
Um, Mostly, like, as far as the things that I'm working on seriously, mostly Shadows of the Empire. I'm trying to do a 100% playthrough on one difficulty of that game, and I'm very, very close, but it's been so long, and I've forgotten where a lot of the things that are hidden are.
Oh, sure. I wouldn't remember any of that.
Yeah, so I've got it down to one of the last levels, and I'm missing, like, 3 hidden things. But the problem is that you have to in order to do it, you have to get them all in one shot. So I have to not only find the 3 things I'm missing, but remember the 7 things that I found and where they are.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of points of no return and things like that. And each level takes about a half an hour to beat.
Okay.
If you're my speed, they show times at the end of the game. It's like, oh, can you do the levels in like 4 minutes apiece? Like, no.
No, it's not going to happen. Sorry, Dash.
Yeah, but I have been doing a lot of interesting little side projects on stream lately. I've been doing the showcases.
Oh, yes.
And those have been a lot of fun. People have been really liking those. I'm going to be doing a Game Boy Advance showcase tomorrow, showing off 10 games for the system that maybe people haven't tried.
Are you allowed to talk about those right now?
Technically, they are like. Ugh. All right. Here's what I'll do.
Any hints at all?
Here's what I'll do. I'll let you ask me.
Okay.
Pick a number between 1 through 10.
7.
Okay, I'll let you ask me 7. See, that was a trick.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I'll let you ask me 7 questions, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Because I'm fine with even, like... Okay. All right. Well, let's do this. Let's do this your way. I like it.
All right.
Are any of the games on your lists, like, reimaginings of classic games?
When you say, can you
so like
clarify that?
Altered Beast for the Genesis has an Altered Beast on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
And it's not really like a sequel because it's kind of like the same game, but it's just like the same game with more stuff, way more stuff.
There is a port. There is one port on my list.
So what would you call
that kind of fits that bill.
Okay. Does it count as a direct port, or is it like a port with more stuff?
I don't know about more stuff, but it's definitely very, very different from the source game.
Interesting. Okay. Do any of your games have ninjas in them?
I thought about that. That was one of the ones that almost made the cut. The answer is yes.
Okay. But you know
yes. You're thinking of Ninja 5.0.
Yeah.
Ninja 5.0 was on the short list. It did not make the cut.
Okay. Interesting. I'm curious to see what kind of games you recommend, because that's like if I have like a go-to, like, hey, what's a Game Boy Advance game that's great that I've never heard of? That's like my holy crap. I mean, I want to ask like the game name directly and just get like a yes or no answer.
Sure.
Can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Part of the question. It's part of the. This is this question for.
Yeah.
Is Shaman King one of those games?
No, it is not.
Did you consider that at any point?
No, I've never really looked into it. So,
Shaman King Master of Spirits is outrageously good, by the way.
Okay.
One of these games, if you do like a sequel Game Boy Advance showcase.
Sure, it'll come around. It'll definitely come around.
That's one I'm absolutely gonna recommend. We actually have 2 copies in the store right now, both with box. It's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically, if you like 2D Castlevanias, you'll love this game. It's very good.
Okay.
Very, very good. I think that's 5 questions so far.
What's that? I thought that was 4.
I think I had a small qualifier question. I counted that.
I'll give you 3 more.
Okay. Do any of your games that you recommend that you're showcasing have Yetis in them?
No.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge, anyway.
Yeti-less games. Okay.
Certainly not Yetis that live in a city.
Okay. Okay. Well, so only one of them is a port, right? You said?
Yeah.
Okay. All of it's original OC? Around OC, I mean,
Yeah, they're all the GBA version of the Fox show, the OC. But one of them has a ninja in it. No, John froze.
Am I here? Hello? Hello?
Hello, you're back. You froze
Okay,
for a second.
cool. All right, I'm sort of looking around, checking out some Nintendo Power, seeing if anything can jog the memory. Let's see. And it's only Game Boy Advance, correct?
Only Game Boy Advance.
Okay. Do any of these games feature polygonal characters?
I don't think so.
Okay. There's not a lot I can think of that.
Maybe one of them, but I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm surprised I don't have that many questions regarding this. I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know. I can't think of enough questions. Like without like directly asking something that might straight up give something away. I'm sort of.
Oh no, it's fine if you did. That's just a little treat for Cyberzone viewers.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is the perk you get for tuning in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how about this? How about we do this?
Yeah.
For your final question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you name 10 Game Boy Advance games that you think people need to play.
Okay.
And I will tell you how many of them are on my list.
Oh, cool. Okay, I like this. 10 Game Boy Advance games. And what I'd like to do, ideally, is do stuff that's like specific to the Game Boy Advance. That's not going to be like a port, like say Final Fantasy VI Advance or Mario Advance or whatever. Okay. 10 games that I think people should play in the Game Boy Advance. I'm going to go with Jet Grind Radio.
Okay.
It's a very fascinating version. It's because it's a port, but it's not exactly because it's a custom game. This version does not exist anywhere else with the way it's presented.
Mm-hmm.
Ninja 5.0 because that's got to make the list every time.
Okay.
Let's see. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga.
Okay.
Absolutely one of my favorites. Oh God, I'm trying. Are imports in this?
Yes, there are 3 imports.
All right, then Kudu Kududin.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So there's a bunch of really good imports that I would probably recommend. F-Zero Climax.
Okay,
If you
that's
play
fine.
a Game Boy Advance F-Zero game, I think it's the best one to play. Rhythm Tengoku.
Mm-hmm.
Must plays, huh? Got 4 more.
Must play. Okay, must play is a little misleading.
Yeah, that's true. Because these are
It's more like what have you missed is what I shoot for. You think you know all the best games of this system. What did you miss?
That's true. Yeah, games that are easily overlooked. Okay, that's a better way to put it.
I think so far, with the exception of like Mario and Luigi, you might be able to take that one back. But I think so far,
that's true.
because fits that bill.
More mainstream, for sure. Okay. Shaman King, Master of Spirits.
Okay.
Absolutely one I would recommend. God, I'm racking my brains trying to think of like all the games that like when somebody walks in, they're like, "Hey, is this good?" A WarioWare Twisted. I don't think that one was. It's a little bit more mainstream than stuff I've been mentioning, but I think Twisted is my favorite WarioWare game, and that might have been an easy one to gloss over with all the Wario stuff coming out for it. What is that? 7? 6?
7 if you take away Mario and Luigi.
Okay. Let's see here. Boy, oh boy. So we had Blizzard ports, we had a lot of Nintendo ports. Those are all. Oh God, I'd have to like look at like my list of like Game Boy games in the other room, like my shelf of stuff, and see. Because there's a lot of goodies, man. There's some good stuff in there. So again, a lot of my favorites are games that like are also mainstream, like Zero Mission and things like that.
Yeah.
I almost want to say Mega Man Zero. I know those are fairly mainstream as well too. I don't
Yeah,
know if many people play the Zero games, and I think
I haven't.
they're extremely good. If you like Mega Man X, they offer the same consistent quality, and they are hard as balls. They are a very good challenge.
Okay.
Extremely good games. So we'll just say Mega Man 04.
Okay.
Count it as one game. Damn, man, this is a big question. Because I'm trying to think.
I've had a week to think about it, so.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. And I've got a handful, like in the other room. We got some imports over here, as a matter of fact. Legend of Starfy. I don't know if I'd recommend those like crazy. They're good, but they're like, if you like Kirby, they're kind of the same. Just Advance, huh?
Yep.
Just Advance. Mucha Lucha. I don't know. That was a cartoon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to recommend it. Yeah, I never played
Cartoons are for kids.
Yeah, cartoons are for babies, and I don't think babies want to play that game. I know that there's some stuff that like has like been consistently like among my favorite Game Boy Advance games that I couldn't put down, and I'm just trying to think. So you mentioned one with Ninja that has Ninja in the title, but it's not Ninja 5.0.
No, it does not have a ninja in the title. It has a ninja in the game.
Oh, Ninja's in the game. Okay.
Yeah.
Did I say Ninja 5.0?
You did.
Okay. So making sure I didn't miss that one. Okay.
Can I put words in your mouth?
Yes.
How would you feel about adding Drill Dozer to this list?
I honestly never really played it much.
I own it and I have played it. And so many people have been like, "Oh, Drill Dozer is like it's the best Game Boy Advance game."
Yeah.
I get so bored.
It really.
I don't like enjoy it. It's like I'm not playing it almost. It just sort of happens.
I was wondering because I remember trying it, but like not being like hooked. So I was wondering like who did I hear that from? Because I heard recommendations as well, but I don't know like who said them, who articulated that I need to play it. Because I remember trying when it first came out. A buddy got it, and I was like, "This is neat, I guess." But like, I don't remember being hooked, which I think is why I never really played it. Because I tried, that. Huh. One that I really actually super thoroughly enjoyed. Okay, do I want to see the Sonic Advance games? Because I feel like those also could have been.
I feel like most people our age skip them, and most people like a generation lower like swear by them.
That's probably true. Okay, so we're gonna skip that. I'm just trying to think of like my Game Boy Advance library and what I've got. And, like, stuff
what about stuff on like Virtual Console that you saw and were like, "Oh yeah, that game"? Anything that pops up there?
Not that's been overlooked, because the only ones I have are like Mario and Luigi and Zero Mission and things like that. Fusion.
I guess they have kind of just stuck to the hits so far.
So far, yeah. There's not like a lot of weird underground stuff that like never. Oh god, Japanese stuff as well too. Because there's a handful. I mean, Kurudin was a good one. I said Kurudin?
You did.
Okay. That's important.
I had you at 8 games right now. If you want me to go through the list again, I can.
So two more hits.
Yeah.
My personal hits that people may have skipped. Damn it! This is so hard. I don't know why. Super Mario Brothers NES port.
Oh, the classic?
Yeah, I don't think many people ever tried that one.
Yeah. What about Fairly Odd Parents Game Boy Video?
That's I recommend that one all the time. That's one of our fastest sellers. I can't quit talking about it. Ah, geez, man. Yeah, my Wario were in there. I can't pick two more. I'd have to like look at what I have and actually see a list, because I am drawing a blank on like my favorite ones, because a lot of my big favorite ones are mainstream. And I know I have like a lot, like Pinball of the Dead.
I think you can put that one up there.
I'm gonna put Pinball of the Dead up there. I think that one is extremely good. It's very silly, and I love it. I played it a lot. I did also play Mario Pinball Land a lot, but that game frustrated me a lot too, because sometimes the physics just felt really frustrating. Platinum didn't do anything for the Game Boy Advance.
Nope.
They were still kind of coming. They were probably still like sort of doing the Clover stuff at the time, I think, though. So that wasn't really going on. Wade Hickston's Counterpunch. There.
That's your 10th one?
That's my 10th game.
All right, so I'm going to go through your list again.
Okay.
I'm just going to read them off, and I'm going to tell you how we match up here.
Okay.
So you've got Jet Set Radio.
Yeah.
Ninja 5-0.
Yeah.
Kuru Kuru Kururin.
Mm-hmm.
F-Zero Climax. Rhythm Tengoku. Shaman King Master Spirits.
Mm-hmm.
WarioWare Twisted.
Mm-hmm.
Mega Man 04. Pinball of the Dead. And Wade Hickston's Counterpunch.
I want to say Urban Yeti instead of Wade Hickston. Let's change that.
You want to change that?
Yeah.
All right.
Wade Hickston's kind of forward to this, but yeah, that's my final answer.
Okay.
That's my lifeline.
One. You have one on your list that's the same as mine.
Really? Which one?
I can.
Can you hit me up in the private chat?
In the DMs? Yeah.
Okay. So
I'll hit you up there.
I'm definitely curious.
All right, I'm messaging you right now. Do we have any viewers? Do you know?
Yeah, it says like 4, actually.
Oh, excellent. Well, hi, guys. You can always chat with us on live chat using the thing if you click it. All right. On the same subject, if you're interested, other showcases I've done in the past, I did a NES one. I did a Super Nintendo one that was sort of like the pilot. Like I didn't really save that one because it was very free form and rambling, and I didn't really like restrict it or also get frozen. Hello, fellas. Hi, Kellen. I don't know if you can hear me because I think this is all going through John's internet, but if you can, hi, welcome. John frozen. Oh, his computer just completely shut off. So if you guys can hear me, that's what happened. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. If you can, hi. I'm Michael Radon. I'm one half of the Cyber Zone. Probably the zone part. Maybe I don't know. But John's computer has apparently just apparently shit the bed. And if you have any questions for me about video games, I will be happy to answer them. Loud and clear, but the video stream is down. Okay. Well, good to know. Let's see. What happened in video games this week? I've been really out of it. I just am now getting over being sick. So I think I've missed a lot of stuff. The Sierra Humble Bundle is something that I'm super excited about. I'm waiting until after I pay my rent to get it because I think I'm going to get like the full tier package. I've heard that the new King's Quest isn't super good. But I am a little tempted to get it because King's Quest IV was the first PC game that I ever played as a child. And so it holds a really special place in my heart. And that's the tricky part about normally when there's a Humble Bundle, I usually don't have any problem just like paying the low tier and rolling with it because I'm stingy and cheap, and you know, I don't get super excited about the games in the higher tiers. But whoever did this bundle is really clever because every tier is enticing to me. On the first tier, you get the Police Quest games and the Space Quest games, and they could have put those Space Quest games behind a very, very high wall, and I would have probably shelled out the money. And then the mid tier has the Quest for Glory series and the Gabriel Knight series. And it's like $12, but that's a really good deal. And then the $15 tier adds the King's Quest games. And it's like, well, it's only a couple bucks more on the King's Quest games. Those are like the Banner Sierra games. So that's really exciting for me. I'm going to be checking that out in probably a week or so. John says his computer will not turn back on at all, which is interesting. So this might be a very, very short episode. I don't know. I'm trying to see if you can get on his laptop or something and join up. What have you guys out there been playing? Anything good? Bill Nye is apparently getting a Netflix show next year. I got nothing. Usually I let John kind of steer the conversation. Ugh. Oh, that hurts. Oh, we got a John.
Okay, so that's really cool.
What happened?
My computer stopped working.
Okay.
It just 100% shut itself off. I have no idea what happened. And
well,
I think I have the laptop, so we're good. But I don't know. I don't know at all. Well,
no. I've been added to these like groups through friends of friends, that sort of thing, like people that watch my stream, like video game collecting groups, and they just post their finds all the time, and it just kills me. Where I'm like, these people are on the other side of the country; they're in like Virginia or in Japan.
Yeah.
And like, oh, look what I got today, and someone has like this post where